Hello, I am Drunk Farmer and welcome to the rant. How are you? Hope everyone's doing well out there. I'm doing pretty good myself. If you saw it on the news or you read it somewhere in the newspaper or wherever about Nebraska pulling out of the Oklahoma game this year, you probably thought to yourself, wait, what? And wow. Couple My reaction was like, wait, they can't do that. First of all, they can't do that. It's on the 50th anniversary of the game of the century when Nebraska went to Norman, Oklahoma in 1971 and beat Oklahoma 35-31. One of the greatest games of the college football history. And Nebraska was thinking about pulling out of it? That part I didn't understand. I if you haven't read the article and if you know me on Facebook, it's up on my wall. You can read the whole story from there. Explain a lot. Or you can go to omahaworldherald.com. I'm sure it's still up there somewhere, or lincolnjournalstar.com, probably still around up there somewhere. Or go to one of our local news stations, Channel 8K, I can't remember what it is, Channel 8 News in Lincoln, or 1011 News here in Lincoln. And I'm sure there's stories. I'm sure the stories are up there somewhere. I don't know, but if you want to look, there you go. Yeah, I was a little shocked by it. I was. I was a little shocked by this going, wait. They can't do that. They can't do that. No. If Nebraska wants to get better, and I'll just tell you this, if Nebraska wants to get better, they got to play teams like Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma's been in the top 5 rankings for what, a few years, off and on, 3 or 4 years maybe. I don't know. But if you want to get better, you want your program to get better. You want your program to get better. You got to play teams like that. I mean, for God's sakes, we play Ohio State every year. Come to think of it, is Ohio State in the Western Conference division of the Big Ten now? I mean, it seems like it, don't it? But getting back to Nebraska, Oklahoma, it's been a rivalry for many decades, and people my age, middle age and crazy, who are true Husker fans, we do remember the rivalry between Nebraska and Oklahoma. We do. Every year, Nebraska would play Oklahoma. Every year, there was always something up. Big Eight title. Oh, by the way, we used to belong in the Big Eight. The Big Eight title, a trip to the Orange Bowl. And that was it. That was the main thing, to beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma had, back in those days, had some great teams. I admit it, they did. They had some great teams. And Nebraska, we had some great teams too. And they were great football games. But, there was always the knock that Tom Osborne couldn't beat Oklahoma until 1978 when he finally did it. But, it's tradition. And UNL and Bill Moose and all those guys, they preach about tradition. Oklahoma, Nebraska was tradition, bottom line. And like I said, it goes clear back. I think it goes clear back to the Big 6 days. That's how far back it goes. Maybe farther, I don't know. But anyway, I can remember, watching Nebraska and Oklahoma when I was growing up. I went to a few of those games too. And it is a rivalry. It's a tradition. It's always been a rivalry. You mentioned Nebraska and Oklahoma. People like me are older. Oh yeah, the memories of each game will flow. Trust me. But I'm glad that Bill Moose and UNL said, okay, we better not do this. So the game is still on, to tell you the truth. So the game is still on. But what Bill Moose was thinking, in a nutshell, he wanted to add another home game. Drop Oklahoma and add another home game to help out the economy in downtown, help out the economy because of the COVID thing. And they were thinking about bringing in a Big Mac team, or I heard Old Dominion. I don't know why Old Dominion. I mean, good God, they had a good basketball team. You're going to bring in a team like that, bring in Kansas at least. But like I said, Oklahoma and Nebraska has been a tradition since the Big 8 days until the Big 12 ruined it. So, but I'm glad it's still on. I mean, for God's sakes, it's the 50th anniversary. Like I said, it's the game of the century when Nebraska beat Oklahoma 35-31. I watched that game. I think it was on a Thanksgiving night. I was like 5 years old at the time. We had my mom and dad. They had their friends over, and we all sat around the TV and watched it. I was rooting for Jeff Kinney, who, by the way, scored the winning touchdown. He was one of my favorite players next to Johnny Rodgers. It was a wonderful game. I'll tell you the story. I'll probably tell you a story about that a little bit later on. I'll do a little special rant about that. But all in all, it's still on unless something traumatic happens, which I hope not. But right now, Nebraska Oklahoma 50th anniversary of the game of the century is still on, and I'm glad Bill Moose came to his senses about it, because if he canceled this game, honestly, there'd be a lot of mad Nebraska fans out there. And that's probably why he said, well, wait a minute, let me rethink this. I'm glad you rethought it, Bill. Really do. So, until next time. Oh, and by the way, this game means a lot more to me than anything else, a little bit more than some people, because I was born on a Nebraska Oklahoma football game. Yeah, unfortunately, Nebraska lost 21-14, but I was born on a Nebraska football game. So I have a little bit more, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So until next time, I am Drunk Farmer. This has been a rant. If you want to leave a comment down below somewhere down there. I don't know where it's at. But anyway, leave a comment. Hit that like button. That'd be nice. Or you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. It's absolutely free. Or you can drop me an email at drunkfarmer67@gmail.com. Until next time, everyone, I will see you when I see you. So long, everybody.